Hi everybody, I am Ann Urok and I'm here to talk about our final module for this class, which is our case study, which is over a new role for parents organization. So on the first slide here we're summarizing the case. So there was a newly formed parents organization. The old PTA involvement included planning an annual parents staff picnic. There was parent-teacher conferences and promote like bond work on the school. And the principal believed that the PTA had important roles in supporting the school. There was a scheduled meeting between the parents organization and the principal, and the new parent organization proposed that the old back-to-school nights just made parents more confused. They want a series of back-to-school meetings focused on various subjects weekly, engaging parents. Teachers are responsible for the lessons and presentations, and then involvement in decision and policy-making processes, and then parent committees for observation, data collection, and issue policy statements. And then the principal wants to find the happy medium between both, and then the educational program of the school is at stake in the end. So next we have any legal or ethical issues within this situation. Legal issues could be the parent organization making policy decisions without consulting like the principal, admin, or the board. Ethical issues is new parent organization not collaborating with the principal. Anyone harmed could be the teachers being asked to create subject presentations out of their regular classroom time, so putting more on their plate. Breach of contract, I do not think there's a breach of contract due to this parent organization not being a part of the old PTA program, which is a national program. And then I do not think that there is any discriminatory or harassment actions within this. So synthesize the facts. The principal was informed about a new parent organization being created. Then the new organization has a meeting with the principal, and they told the principal what they had planned for the school, which leads to the principal trying to find a happy medium between the school and the new parent organization. So section 4 here is missing facts and data categories. So it's separated into people, place, and programs. So under people, we have involving all stakeholders in the process, and then new parent organization members. So are they all from the previous organization? How do they become a member of this new one? And then teachers within the school. And then the places where do the new parent organization hold their meetings at. And then programs is new parent organization qualification and membership fees. Their new parent organization methods of data collection and school events. And then the relationship between the school, parent organization, and principal. So section 5 we have here is review and prioritize the information. So the relationship damage between the parent organization and the school if a balance is not found. Little to none communication or collaboration in the beginning. And then the new parent organization wants more school involvement. The previous PTO involvement in the school, there was new involvement that included back to school meetings on various subjects weekly for parents, and then there's parent-teacher conferences during American Education Week, and then decision and policy-making processes, and then they wanted to create committees for discipline evaluations and school improvement, and then not exactly involving all stakeholders that could be involved within a school. So in planning here, I came up with 3 different options that could happen as the principal could deal with this situation. So option 1, the principal does some revisiting on parent organization bylaws and school policies on them, and then hold a second meeting where both parties can collaborate, compromise ideas, meet in the middle, and come up with a written contract agreement between the principal and school and the parent organization. Option 2 would be the principal agrees to all the terms and conditions and events and activities of the newly formed parent organization. And then option 3 would be the principal disregards all the suggestions and activities that the parent organization wanted to do. And the principal tells the parent organization what they can do, and then that they basically have no say in the school. So then we're going to evaluate these 2 and their pros and cons. So under option 1, some pros would be the collaboration between the principal and the new parent organization. It cultivates a communication channel between the 2. It creates a written contract between both. It also allows the new parent organization to have feedback but no actual decisions. and then more parent involvement in the school. Option 2 is the parent organization is happy with all their involvement in the school. And then option 3, the principal doesn't have to worry about parents having too much involvement or having say in decision making. So moving over to cons here, under option 1, the new parent organization gets angry that not everything was agreed upon. Some possible community members could be left out, and then being able to actually compromise the solution. Option 2 is that the principal loses say in the parent organization. The parent organization thinks they can do whatever they want within the school. And then option 3 here is the principal and school could lose the backing of the parent organization. So section 8 here is to develop a plan. So involve and collaborate with all stakeholders, best fitting for finding a happy medium between both stakeholders. Calls for initiation of a second meeting by the principal. The principal needs to go into the next meeting prepared with compromised ideas, being prepared to compromise your terms and conditions, and then have the future success of the students in the mind when coming up with these ideas. So section 9 here is implementation. So choosing a path. So I chose my option 1, and I listed out the steps here. So step 1 would be find out the rules and bylaws of the new parent organization. And step 2 would be find and review the district policy on parent-teacher organizations or parent organizations. Step 3 is to come up with ideas to present to the new parent organization that you can find that happy medium with. And then call a meeting with the officers of the new parent organization. And then present compromising ideas to these officers that you came up with and was their ideas too from the original meeting. So under here I have encourage involvement and participation in school affairs. Discuss that the principal, needed to be collaborated with on decisions and actions. Agree to the back to school meetings on subjects. And then also agree to the parent teacher conferences during American Education Week. And then discuss the committees. Under this, I suggesting that the committees are welcome in the classrooms as they wish, can share feedback, but cannot make big decisions at which a principal or other admin would make, because the principal and other admin or the board have the final say on the big decisions of a school or district. And then step 6 here, I have discussed the thoughts about the proposed ideas between all stakeholders present, and then agree with terms and conditions of the parent organization involvement in the school. And then once a decision is made or compromise ideas are made, you can comprise a written contract that is signed both by the principal and the parent organization president, so that we have something in writing that can back us if something, someone wants to go back on their word or say, oh, we didn't say that, but then you actually have it written in word, signed, and so it's a legal binding contract. So what may happen within this option or plan is that the parent organization is unwilling to compromise ideas about what their boundaries are within the school. Who needs to know? Obviously, the principal would need to know. The parent organization officers plus its other members. The teacher and staff would need to know, especially if they're the ones that have to create these presentations on a weekly basis outside their classroom where they already have to plan. So they would have to plan a whole nother lesson once a week when it is their turn. And then other community members in case they would like to join the organization or become involved within the school. And then students for events that are being hosted at the school or they need assistance from the students. Can you deal on your own with person involved? So depending on the reaction outcome of the meeting with the officers of the new parent organization, there could be involvement needed by other admin. So you could need a superintendent in case, things get ugly, or you need someone else there on your side, because it could be overwhelming if it's just you and there are, 4 or 5 officers and you feel like you are outnumbered and you're trying to get your point across. Talk to the board about policies and bylaws if needed also. What might you do next if the chosen plan of action doesn't work? So you would reevaluate possible events and activities at which the parent organization can be involved within the school, and then you could easily host another meeting if needed. So after completing this, I realized that how important having backing is and having a good bond with your parent organization, because they could have a big impact and you want them to feel like they are a part of your school, but then I feel like they shouldn't have a say in your big decisions. But I do feel like they should be a part within your classrooms or hosting events for the school. Thank you.